Good morning. It is 10 o'clock here. This is the training that a lot of you guys have asked for. Also worth noting, hook these up so I have better sounds. There we go. Should have better sound. With these, there's a lot of wind out here. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of wind out here. It is the first cool day that we have had since moving here. It legitimately is about 60 degrees. Now, having said that, my daughter is still in the pool. Well, I'm out here with a hoodie on because I'm not swimming in this weather. But by this afternoon, it's supposed to be in the mid or high 80s, so I'm sure we'll be swimming then. But yeah, I've had a lot of y'all hop in my inbox asking me for a daily task list, especially since we moved, and I've been very, very vocal about spending way less time working and way more time hanging out at the pool and chilling with my family. So I figured I would share this with you. It's just the daily task list for building a business, specifically on social media. So this would work for you if you are in network marketing or if you are building any kind of brand, Etsy shop, whatever on social, but they are specific tasks for social media. So if you're building in person, you're doing face-to-face parties and stuff, this would not be a training for you. But these are a few non-negotiables that I do every single day. And then also some weekly and monthly things that I do. So my business runs on autopilot the rest of the time, and I can spend way more time doing the things that I love and the whole reason I started doing social marketing in the first place. So if you're hopping on the live, go ahead and drop me down where you're watching from and what's the weather like, because I'm always curious what different parts of the world has when it comes to weather. And like I said, we're in South Carolina and it's 60 today, so super abnormal. But if you're watching the replay and you don't know who I am, my name's Tanya Johnson. I am going to be darting my eyes back and forth between you and the pool because my daughter is swimming. So obviously she's 8. She's a very good swimmer, but I'm a little overprotective, so I still like to watch and make sure. But I'm the founder of the Boss Mom Company, basically where I take and I train moms who run businesses. Now, anybody is welcome to hop on my trainings, but specifically they are tailored to moms who want to build businesses 100% from social media. They don't want to do door-to-door parties. They want to do everything online. So that, again, could be network marketing. That could be they have a freelance business. I have a lot of authors and virtual assistants that I work with. I have a lot of people building brands to sell their Etsy and their Shopify products. Not Shopify. What is it? Shopify's music. I can't remember. Maybe Shopify is what I'm thinking of. Spotify's music. Okay. Totally kidding, y'all. But anyways, my goal is just to help people grow their paychecks and their audience on social media. So that's kind of what we get into. If you listen to this training and you find value in it and you want to share it out, feel free. But more than that, drop me in the comments and let me know what you liked out of this training. I love getting y'all's feedback. Christina says she's from Illinois, fall weather finally. So we just moved right outside from Chicago. We were on the Indiana border. But so today's weather reminded me of fall at home. I told my husband, I was like, it actually feels like a fall day today. But tomorrow it's supposed to be in the high 90s. So I think we're just getting one day of fall. So first off, I want to tell you that there's a corresponding blog post to this. So you do not have to take notes. You're welcome just to absorb the information. Use the chat, ask questions as we go along. I'll answer anything that y'all drop down there while we're doing this live. Everything is on the blog post for you. I will drop that about 30 minutes after this live is over. Everything that I mentioned will be linked, so there's lots of extra bonus resources. I also have a freebie, so make sure you stay until the end. I've got a freebie that you can download and start using today to make more money in your business. So I love the ones that are attached to blog posts because I feel like it gives you guys maximum value when it comes to your time. And I know some people like to go read this stuff versus sitting and taking all the notes. So I want to get the monthly and the weekly tasks out of the way first because these are the things that really are going to prep your business for success Monday through Friday on normal weeks. So monthly or bi-weekly, I do this every 2 weeks. I know a lot of creators do it monthly. You can do it weekly. You can do it whatever fits your schedule and your comfort level. What's up, kiddo? Cold? Well, get under a blanket or something.
I don't have a blanket.
Okay, well, a towel. So one thing that I do, and that's the weekly or the monthly, is going to be prepping my content. So yesterday, I typically take one day and I do this. However, sometimes it bleeds over into day 2 because I prep so much, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But what I do is I take and I prep all my blog posts, all my video scripts. Actually, I have it on here, right here. I prep for 2 weeks at a time. I prep 8 live videos, and then I do 8 corresponding YouTube and Instagram like graphics to promote those videos, and 8 corresponding email blasts. And then I do 4 blog posts, 4 freebie funnels, and then 30 posts. So 10 value, 10 positive posts, and 10 funny posts. And then keep in mind, this is for 2 different businesses. So I have 2 separate businesses that I do on social media. I have a homeschooling one, and I have the coaching one for small businesses. So those posts and all of the videos and stuff are divided in half. So half is for one business, half is for the other. And if you're not sure how to add value, that is the main thing, because if you're not adding value on your page, no one's going to be coming back to your page. You've got to consistently show up and add value, and that's where creating content is really helpful, because you can sit down and do all of the creative work in one space instead of trying to every day be coming up with value. There is a video linked on the blog that shows you how to add value to your page if you don't know how to do that yet. So that's one of the free resources for you. Now the exception would be reels. I don't do my reels month at a time or even 2 weeks at a time. The reason for that, I do them weekly. The reason for that is because after I change my outfits a couple of times and batch reels for about an hour, kind of done. Like, all my creative juices are done. I don't want to film anymore. And when you get in the space where you're like, oh, this sucks, I don't want to do this, your content isn't very good. So I do it weekly. So first off, drop me a 1 in the comments, even if you're watching the replay. If you just heard all of the content that I prep and you're like, holy crap, I'm overwhelmed, I could never do that. And I will tell you, myself a year ago would have been, holy crap, I'm overwhelmed. There's no way I could ever do that. So don't worry, I didn't start with this much content. When you first start getting into the value space, so maybe you're brand new in the industry, you've never done any kind of creating, or maybe you're not new in the industry, but you're new to the value side of it. Maybe you've been taught the short-term marketing, which is like all the cold messaging, the showing up 25 times a day in your stories, promoting different products, the spam posts all over your page, nothing really of value, just a lot of clickbait and trying to get interaction. Then I would consider you new to marketing. You're not new to network marketing, but you're new to actual marketing. So that is something I would just start with monthly, 4 value posts, 4 funny posts, 4 positive quotes, 4 live videos. If you're going to do a live video, live videos are optional. I'll talk about those in a minute. And then 1 freebie. Now, if you're like, I already do value posts, but I don't do a lot of them, then maybe you can throw in addition to your live videos, if you're already doing live videos, throw in, okay, now I'm going to repurpose that live video and I'm going to throw it on YouTube. And then I'm going to start making a little cooler graphics to advertise. Like, you can add on, and that's exactly what I did. I did not start with all the content. I started with the list I just showed you. Because if you break it down weekly, minus your freebie, because your freebie is probably going to take you 30 to 60 minutes to create the first few times because you're not sure what you're doing, and that's totally fine. Oh, someone's talking there on their balcony, I think. But breaking it down weekly, all you're doing is creating 1 value post, 1 funny post, 1 positive quote, and 1 live video if you're choosing to do live videos. So that literally is 4 posts. And I'm not saying you film the video, you just write the script for it. Like this script right here for this training, I wrote yesterday when I was prepping all of my content for the next couple of weeks. So you're just writing the script. You're not actually like filming the video. Although you could do that if you wanted to pre-film the videos, but typically live is a little bit better interaction because you can actually talk to your audience. I don't like pre-filming the training videos because I like to talk to you and get your feedback, and a lot of times I have like personal illustrations that I give tailored to you and your business and your audience. So that's why I ask questions in the beginning to kind of get to know you a little bit better so I can really tailor my training to who I'm talking to and the people who obviously like put the time in to hop on and be live with me. So if you are doing a lot of value-based content and you have an email list, then the rest of your posts can be personal. You may want to throw up 1 sales post every couple of weeks, but most of your stuff can be personal because your email list is doing all the selling for you. So it's super, super simple. Now, if you don't have an email list and you don't have any kind of freebie funnel set up, then the 4 posts I just gave you, and then you're going to want to throw in a couple, ooh, my iPad almost fell over, that's not good. Throw in a couple sales posts in there because you don't have any system that's working for you to create sales out of your audience. So just keep that in mind as well. But we're going to help you get really good at selling without selling. And that's going to be a video that's kind of linked below too. It's called dripping. So we're going to learn how to drip on your audience. Now, as I said, live videos are optional. Here's why I recommend doing a live video. I would recommend doing one at least once a week. You can get up to more than that when you're more comfortable with them. But doing one once a week, what it's going to do, it's going to bring in leads for one, because again, you're going to do a lot of drip content. And then it's going to create automatically the trust, the likability, the relatability, all the things to get them to buy into you, which in turn is how they buy into your product. So, y'all, if you could see my kid right now, she is floating in the freaking 60-degree water. No, the water's not 60 degrees. The wind is, so whatever the water is. Now, the exception to live videos being optional is going to be if you sell makeup. So if you're on this and you work for a makeup company, live videos are non-negotiable and you need to do them 3 to 4 times a week. Now, here's why. All of the top network marketers that sell makeup, they do makeup tutorials because people want to see how the makeup looks, how you use the different things. They typically aren't just going to buy makeup from you unless they're your friends and family. And if you're just relying on your friends and family, you're not going to build a very big business. If you're wanting to grow your network and do like big business and make big money, you have to be doing makeup tutorials. And listen, I'm sorry if someone signed you up and told you didn't have to do that. They lied to you, or they don't really care if you succeed. They're just trying to get a butt in the seat. So I am real and raw. I tell it how it is. If you're selling makeup, you better be going live and doing makeup tutorials. Now, the cool thing about that is doing makeup tutorials will help you grow your following tenfold so fast. I know people who have 0 brand, but because they are really good at makeup and they're fairly pretty, usually if you're a makeup artist, you're fairly good looking. I'm not saying you're a Barbie doll, but you know, you're, what is it called, conventionally pretty or something. They build their following like crazy. So they get lots and lots of followers, lots and lots of engagement because people come back because people love things like makeup tutorials. Makeup tutorials and cooking tutorials will build your audience so fast. Now, the problem with those is people are only following you to see your makeup tutorials. So if you ever decide to switch, I have a feeling that's going to happen a couple of times during this video. If you ever decide to switch your content to where you're not doing makeup tutorials anymore, people, okay, maybe I'm just going to have to hold this because the wind is going crazy. People are rarely going to hit the unfollow button, but they will stop engaging. They'll stop coming back to your page because they followed you for makeup tutorials and you don't do them anymore. Or they followed you for cooking tutorials and you don't do them anymore. So keep that in mind. You want to add value outside of the makeup tutorials and cooking tutorials for the simple fact that what you don't want to be is a page that has 40-some thousand followers but has 100 or 200 likes and comments on your stuff. It looks like you bought all your followers, or you're a fake page, or you're a spam page, or whatever. And the same thing goes with giveaways. I've seen people build their following up to hundreds of thousands of followers by giving things away every single week. The problem is as soon as you stop doing giveaways, people stop coming to your page because they didn't come for your content. They came because they wanted freebies. So keep that in mind. There are little tricks that you can build your audience quickly, but they do not last long term. The followers stay, but the engagement does not stay. So let's see. Let me get back to my notes here. So that's what I do monthly/bi-weekly, is I prep all my content. Honey, if you're cold, you need to get a hoodie and stuff on. Don't stand there shivering. You're the one who chose to get in the pool. She's going to go lay in the sun and dry her little butt off because it is chilly out here. I don't know why she wanted to go swimming. It's fun to like sit and enjoy the pool. It's not that fun to be in the pool. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Penny. Hey, when you guys are hopping on, drop me down where you're watching from and what the weather's like. I was telling everyone in the beginning, this is South Carolina, and for the first time since we moved here, it's below 80. It's 60 degrees this morning. I think we're up to like 66 now. It's supposed to be a high of 80 something today, so we'll get better weather later. But all right, let me see if this can stand again without me holding it. It's kind of annoying having to hold it the whole time. If it falls over, y'all just bear with me. But that's the monthly stuff. Now, weekly is where I do my follow-ups. Follow-ups is a fancy word for you're going back to all the people that were interested in your product or your service, and you are literally touching base with them again, seeing if they're ready to order. Now, what I do is I do this once a week, and I do this through my email list. So I literally send an email. It takes about 5 minutes to create the email and hit the send button. Make it look pretty, use some, cute little words on it, hit the send button, and I get orders that way. Now, before I had an email list, I couldn't do it that way. I took 60 to 90 minutes every week, and I did my follow-ups on social media, but you have to do them in batches of about 30 because you're going to be sending about the same thing to every person. So do that too much too quickly and Facebook will block you and you'll end up being a spammer and you won't have any engagement on your page. No one will read your posts, etc. So just keep that in mind. You do want to make sure that you are being smart if you're doing it on social media. Virginia, cool and breezy. Ooh, that's awesome. So keep that in mind. But typically I'd only do this once a week for my follow-ups. Now the exception is if you're doing network marketing. And here's the reason. If you didn't create the product, in other words, you need to be following up with your leads every single day. Now, if you're following up, the daily follow-ups should only take you like 30 minutes or so if you have a lot of leads, less than that if you don't have as many leads. But here's why. Network marketing in general is an impulse buy. The products are usually not in very high demand. They're things that are considered luxury, not necessity, and even health and wellness. And I know they should be considered necessity at that point because I use several vitamins and stuff that I would not stop using. However, they're usually a little higher. They can get similar things on the market for a lot less money. They typically buy with you because they like you, not because your product is like exponentially better than other people's. And even if they like your specific product, you're competing with hundreds of thousands of other people selling your exact same product. So you've got to be the first one in there and you've got to be really aggressive with the follow-up in order to make the sale. When I was really heavy into my network marketing company, I'm talking I was bringing in 75 to 100 new customers every single month like clockwork. I was a follow-up queen. I was super aggressive. I created scarcity. Hey, I've got 2 spots. Do you want to buy this? You have got to be aggressive in network marketing or you will not succeed. I'm just throwing it completely out there. Now, it's different if you have your own product that you created. That's why I only have it once a week. Because they can't buy my product anywhere else. So if they want it, they're coming to me. No one's going to jump in and, get them out from under my nose tomorrow if I don't follow up with them. So it's a little bit more relaxed, not near as aggressive when it comes to the follow-up. Now, it's a little different if you're in network marketing, but you're using a freebie funnel because you already gave them something of value that's completely free. So they have a little bit of loyalty with you, a little bit more trust with you. They're not going to just like jump ship and go to somewhere else to buy it usually. However, I would still recommend following up daily or at least every other day to make sure that those sales do not slip through your fingers and go to somebody else. Okay, now, here's the daily task list. We got the monthly, we got the bi-weekly, we got the weekly. The daily task list is easy because you've already put all the work in. You already have your content prepped. So first thing I want to tell you is put your phone down and enjoy your family. You joined a social marketing company or you created your own products to sell on social because you wanted that time freedom and you wanted to be with your little monkeys. So enjoy them. Enjoy your life. Enjoy whatever it is that you're doing. The things that you want to do every single day that are kind of generic, meaning I don't really count them as like business tasks because everyone should be doing them regardless if you're building social or not. What's up, kiddo? No. Are going to be putting a schedule together. You need a schedule every single day that you're following. Working out or getting your body moving or whatever. Like that's something that these are just kind of healthy habits to do daily. They're not necessarily business building ones. And then journaling. Journaling is something I would do every single day. And then planning something fun with your family. It does not have to be a huge thing. It could be jumping in the pool with them for 30 minutes. It could be playing a board game. Ooh, I caught it this time. Playing a board game. It could be watching a movie or a favorite episode or whatever you're going through. Doesn't have to be crazy. But plan something fun. Again, remember why you started working online in the first place. And then the 5 main tasks, these are my non-negotiables. I would suggest every social marketer to do. And remember, if you're in network marketing, yours is going to be 6 because one of your main ones is going to be follow-up. So keep that in mind. You're going to add that to this list. Get your follow-ups done. Oh, and that reminds me, the freebie that I have for you guys, so you can keep track of these, is a task list tracker. So you put your business task here, and I'm going to kind of walk you through how I would use this and what I'd put on here. Guys, I apologize for the wind. I mean, I can't control it, but probably should have done this inside. I didn't realize how windy it was. And you have a couple different options. So You download both of them. They're both free, but some people like the chunkier one with less tasks. I personally like the one that I can break it down a little bit more. So those are all linked on the blog. When I'm done, like I said, about 30 minutes later, I will link everything so you can go check it out, download it all yourself. But task number 1 I would write on that daily list is follow-ups. So you can just check it off Monday through Sunday or Monday through Friday or whatever your work days are. You can check it off and you don't have to worry about remembering what you're supposed to do that day. Actual number 1, like I know most of y'all are not in network marketing, so most of y'all have your own products that are in here. So you guys have your email list and stuff set up and you're doing it a little bit differently. So number 1 would be post. Posting should take you about 15 minutes because you already have your post created, right? So it should take you about 15 minutes. And then if you have an email list, I typically will send out an email blast with whatever the post was, as long as it's a value post. If it's like a funny post or a quote or something, you don't send an email at that point. So you just have to hit the button and put it out in the internet world. Now, to take it a step further, I post also in a group on Facebook. So a homeschooling group is typically what I will post in. And I have several groups that I use. I might do a training. Drop me a 2 if you want to get more training on how to grow from social media, grow from Facebook specifically using groups. I think that might be something y'all be interested in. So I post regularly, and then I also post in a Facebook group, and I just post the same thing I posted on my Instagram. Like if I posted a cool homeschool thing, I also threw it into a couple homeschool groups. And then later I'm going to go and I'm going to friend the people that liked and commented on my specific posts. So number 1 is post. Number 2 is build connections on Instagram. If you got my video on Friday, you know what I'm talking about. If not, it's going to be linked on the blog. Go watch it. So you're basically going to be messaging people on Instagram and offering them something of value for free that has nothing to do with your business. And the video explains it way better than I just did. But on your daily task list then, you'll have posts, you'll have follow-ups, if it applies to you, you'll have posts, you'll have maybe post in homeschool groups or whatever groups you're using, you'll have message on Instagram, and then task number 3 is going to be interacting and following on Instagram. So what I specifically do is I go and I do not mass ad. Okay, do not go mass ad people. But I would go search the tag hashtag homeschool because that's what my brand is. Hashtag homeschool. And I'm going to interact with 10, 15, 20 accounts that I actually like. And if they resonate with me, I'll send them a follow. That's how you're going to also get follows. And that's how you're also going to build a community of people that you think like-minded and you actually like seeing the stuff in your newsfeed. So that would be task number 3. Task number 4 is build connections on Facebook. So same thing, watch the video. It explains how to do the connections. One thing I do, I don't think I said it in this other video, is my birthday messages. So Facebook tells you who has birthdays today. Send them a happy birthday. No ulterior motive. You're not going to hit them with a sales pitch afterwards. You're literally just building that relationship because it doesn't matter how many followers you have. The relationships are what's going to get you sales down the road. So a lot of these, you got to think long term. This is not to make quick money right now. You're building a sustainable business. I can tell you, I built Quick Money for 4 years, and I made decent money. And as soon as I stopped hustling and being on my phone 24/7, the money went away. And then I had to learn how to create sustainable income that would go through the ebbs and flows of my life without dipping every time I put my phone down. So just going to throw that in there as well. A lot of my training is for long-term success with an actual business. It's not for quick money with network marketing without sustainable. Now, you can have a very sustainable business with network marketing, but only if you treat it as an actual business and you go in with long-term success. The biggest thing on that is build a dang brand that you own, that is your face. So if you ever go with a different direction within your network marketing company, or God forbid they shut down, you have something to fall back on because people are following you. They're not following your company. So again, throwing that out there. Those of y'all, I know most of you on here have already taken the Boss Mom boot camp, the branding boot camp. If you haven't, get in there. Like, absolutely learn how to brand yourself. And then number 5 is grow on Facebook groups, which I kind of already explained, but basically I post in there throughout the week. And then every day I'll go into 1 or 2 of the groups and I'll just friend 5 or 10 of the people that liked my post or commented on the post. So that gets them on my page, which obviously I'm posting the same things on my page. It's all homeschool related. So because my brand is so strong and your brand can be equally strong, the pages that you're posting in are going to follow, the people are going to want to follow you because you're posting to similar things. So the bonus tasks that I'm going to throw in there. Oh, first off, let me tell you that all this takes like 45 minutes to an hour a day. Posting takes about 15. Building connections on Instagram, I would give yourself probably 30. You know, actually, I might be an hour and a half. I think that's maybe what it is. Growing on Instagram is about 10. Building connections on Facebook, so having those conversations, 15 to 30. You can kind of, if you have more time, do more. But I guess 15 is what I wrote down. So 15 is what I put for task number 2. Task number 3 was 10. Task number 4 is 15. And task number 5 is 10. So you've got 15, 15, 10, 15, 10. So that's what? 55 minutes? So that's what I do daily. That's why I'm out by the pool and doing all the fun things, because I did all the legwork during prep days. If you do all the heavy lifting during prep days, then the rest of the time is you're having conversations and interacting with people, and then like the fun creative stuff of, oh, this popped in my head, I'm going to make this freebie, or the stuff that you actually enjoy doing. The bonus task would be going live. Now that's going to take you 15 to 45 minutes, depending on what you're talking about, what your script is. You already wrote the script out, but obviously you still got to actually go live. Doing a giveaway. Now I posted how to use Host-to-Post in your own business, as well as network marketing. There's a video that's linked down to the blog that I put up about this, or corresponding with this rather. So you absolutely can do host giveaways. Network marketing companies call it Host-to-Post. Pretty much every network marketing company does it. If you don't know about it, ask your upline. They probably have some kind of giveaway, but you can do it with your own products as well. So basically it's just getting people to post for you, share your product on their page, and you're getting their followers and their followers emails, or sometimes you just get them to follow you on social. It just depends on what system you have set up. Using products in your stories would be the last one, the last bonus task. So show yourself using whatever products you're repping. Maybe this is coffee from a network marketing company. No, I'm not selling you guys. I'm not trying to sell it to you guys, but I've absolutely showed it on my own page to sell it. I show people the chore list that I'm using, or the grocery list, the $5 business planner that I have, like different things that I'm using to get sales. I show people that I'm using. So as always, I hope y'all found value with this. If you did, like I said, drop in the comment section what's one takeaway that you're going to start doing today, or start learning about. Maybe you're like, I want to learn about email marketing. I'm going to, figure out how to do that. It could be something that you're going to learn, but what's one thing that you're going to implement today to start making more money in your business? And let me know in the comments. I'd love to chit chat back and forth. And then, as always, again, thanks for tuning into the content. This is Tanya. I am reporting to you live from the social marketing trenches, because I am right there with you guys. So I will see y'all next time.